And you know, and you know, and you know, and you know, and you know. Don't get wrecked. You best get checked. You be out here looking suspect. That's how it is out here, man. What we doing? Oh yeah? Yeah, that's what we doing. And you know. Yo, sometimes, first of all, good day, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. What we doing? It's a reunion. Huh? Let's go. Let's go. What we doing? Oh shit, I'm wilding. I'm crossing the street, building with the people. You know, trying to trying to wait a minute. First of all, let me preface this by saying shout out to the people in the chat. I can't see y'all right here because today the sun decided to bless us, you know, and it's hot out here. You know, my device is janky. The sun is like, put the device away. You don't need to talk right now. I wonder, I'm gonna burn your phone. So if my stream just cuts out, you understand. It is what it is. Yo, I've been taught sometimes people come together. Sometimes, like starting with, we're all born into a family. But sometimes, some families like to convene. They like to reconnect. They like to come together and serve a certain purpose for perhaps a specific mission. Perhaps it's a goal. Sometimes it's just survive, right? It happens in certain cultures and familial circles, familial family groups, even outside family, social groups. You connect. You're like, yo, what's going on, right? Because, like I said yesterday, something's in the air. First of all, we're gonna break that down before I gotta bounce, but about the thing that's in the air. But it's important sometimes to reconnect, not only when things go bad. A lot of times we lose loved ones, and that's when you see everybody come out the woodwork, right, to pay respects. And for some reason, during those moments when everybody, for example, experiencing, bereavement and you're grieving, mourning, people are like, oh, we need to stay together, you know, you need to keep in touch, don't lose contact. And then what happens? Life happens, you get back into the certain grind and you forget once again until it happens again, right? Check this out, y'all. Check this out. The silver lining is in that is for me is that thread should never really be broken. It's never really broken. You might not pay attention. You might not acknowledge, but there's a silver There's a line there. There's a thread there. There's a connection there, right? Some type of understanding, some type of bond, you know? I'm sorry? You need a can of soda?
Yeah, please. Yes.
Oh, okay. What kind of soda?
Pepsi.
Pepsi?
And the ice cup and that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So I did with it. Yeah, the ice cup. Okay. That's all I want. That's it.
No problem.
Yes. Where's the ice cup?
Hold on, folks. You see, the other day was some. Hold on.
Let me ask for the ice cup. I'm sorry.
Hold on. The other day it was cigarettes. Today is ice cups and a soda.
No, my ice cup. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's going up.
That's what I'm saying. You trying to come back, nigga. You trying to come back, nigga.
No.
Yes.
How much is that, sir?
How much is it?
125.
Yes.
You gonna pay for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna pay for them. Hold on 1 second. Bro.
There you go.
Yeah.
They got me tight, bro.
No, see, you can't let that shit get to you.
Appreciate
man.
you.
They winning.
Enjoy your day.
You too.
When you feel like that, nigga,
Be blessed.
yeah.
So, you see, the other day it was about a guy asked me for some change to get some cigarettes. Now somebody else, y'all heard it. I don't know if you heard it, but it was like, oh, can I get some? Give me something to drink. So it's about, whatever. I can't make certain things up, man. It's just, I can't do it. I can't fake it. I can't do it, man. When I do it, I fail. So I can't do it. So I just try to be me. So why I talked about, the reunion and you know what I mean? Like reconnect, reconvene, build is because it's an aspect of life and it's important, right? And the crypto group of individuals that I've had endless laughter. Crazy times, yo. Crazy times, yo. Drunk on Crypto is having a show tonight. I don't know. I don't have the link. I put the link in my description. I would, but that's not where I started in crypto. But it's part of part of my experience. Crazy. It was crazy. But they're having a show. Show support, y'all. Yo, what was the title of my John, man? What was the title of this John? Because I can't even. People distracted me. I'm trying to stay focused, head to where I'm going, and build with the people at the same time. All right. I'm gonna say this one thing. It may lead to something else, and then I gotta bounce. Check this out. I used to. I've said this enough. Like as far first of all, shout out to the people in the chat. I can't see what y'all talking about. If anybody's talking real crazy, just tell them DJ Nobody Cares doesn't care. Period. Anyway, hold. Damn. Man, when you're outside, you just gotta just be outside and just be. That's why you can't just be talking like I am and having a device because life is more important than just some social media. And I'm playing myself royally right now. Trust. Um, there was a message, a post that was put out by one of the key opinion leaders not by him, about how your man Matty All In uh, pretty much rugged his last token launch. He rugged the coin. P died. His P died endeavor or whatever, rugged the coin. I don't know. I didn't do any research. I simply didn't care because I didn't get involved with that at all. But in that thread, someone that was exposing that, right, was exposing how he rugged the coin or rugged whatever last bit, sold whatever bit he had left, and he put it out there on the internet. There was a remark that was made by another individual, a guy named Jim Rat Crypto. Jim Rat said something to the effect of, under the comment, in the comment section, he put, "That's how the system works. That's how the system works. That's what happens when Richard Hart or Richard teaches the magic," right? That's how the system works. I don't know it verbatim. I didn't, me, I'm just going with spirit. I'm moving with spirit. That's how the system works. That's what happens when Richard Hart teaches everyone the magic. Now, that's the universe talking. This dude don't listen to me as far as I know. And I've said on innumerable occasions of why I didn't like that John in the beginning, that he presented, he just gave me the vibes of just, you Aleister Crowley with it. You on some magician pulling rabbits out of a hat trick. Like, dude puts, this is how the system works. What system is he talking about? The system that your man created or helped paid people to develop. The system that many of us sacrifice bread for. Bread, right? Now, I can't, for the life of me, ignore and pretend like, nah, that was just coincidence. Dude wrote what he wrote, but he didn't. I don't think he I don't think he really understood the brevity of what he was, what his message conveyed. So I quoted him, quote, posted, reposted, whatever you call it. Told him, the dude ain't lying. Wake up, y'all. Dude ain't lying, and wake up. Now, I'm not gonna say that Jim Rat was trying to be slick, and not trying to be slick, but trying to be offensive. I've seen Jim Rat when he first came on the scene. He got wrecked, and he came on the scene. He'll tell you his story. He lost Boku bread. He'll tell you his story. This was years back. I'm not saying, and I'm not speaking up for him. All I'm saying is, man, wow. If I was telling you so many times for so long certain situations, and you hear something from somebody else that sounds similar, and I didn't have any conversation, that person didn't have any conversation with me, what should I tell you? In a sense where I told y'all, don't throw pearls to the swine, right? This is what you find in scripture. Do not throw pearls to the swine. That was a mistake I think that your founder made. It was almost like I'm not sure if it was a conscious mistake. I don't think he was conscious about that because he was already driven about just saving, quote unquote, save you. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. You want to save people. So in his quest to save, he just gave his source. He gave away his alpha. He gave away his perceived alpha and source and information and strategy and tactics, not only on how and what and why crypto even is, but how you could can operate. And that information was tested. I told y'all that. When the people, some of these followers that became builders, they said it online. They were like, yo, they learned from Richard. Liquidity providing, this and that. Jim Rat has said it. Jim Rat has said to Richard directly, teach me, teach me, teach me, Richard. Oh, and I'm not trying to play Jim Rat, but here we go with the distractions. Hold on. It's not a stream that goes by that I do outside in the world. It's not a stream that I've done outside that doesn't have sirens. That's noise pollution. That's not keeping it real. That's keeping it risky and toxic. So Jim Rat learned. Oh, he learned. He was creating content. I'm not gonna speak to him like, he's back in the community doing him. But I remember when he created content, was streaming regularly, interviewing a bunch of people. Many of them turned out to be garbage. Garbage. But the point is, he learned. He took it seriously, was learning or appearing to learn live on the stream. Live when he was broadcasting himself. And you don't think other people did that? They didn't have to do it live though. They did it on their own time. They've said it. I don't have to name any more names and do all that stuff. It doesn't even matter. The point is, yo, the dude, you gave away the information on how people can basically do what he's doing. Have a wallet or have access to a wallet or some type of situation on a centralized level and claim you never sell, you never sell. Unfortunately, the mini-me's that try to adopt Rich's philosophy have shown otherwise and have sold. Richard tries to be under the radar where, oh, you don't sell, but loves privacy. So you could say privacy, sovereignty, independence is my right. Yes, you're right. And you could also be doing it, huh? So no one can see what you got going on. Doesn't mean it's always a good thing either. We understand that. Let's be real. I'm not saying nothing. I can't prove he did anything. I could talk about it though. Anyway, when that guy put that information out there, no one cared. No one cared. But the information is out there. So y'all could continue to believe in something. You have your right to believe in anything and everything you want. Right? Anything and everything you want. But there's only one way you could tell the truth. You could lie a million ways, but the truth comes in one form. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm not with the games. I don't believe in playing with individuals, using a device, playing with their mind, playing with their emotions, and compounding that with the aspect of a promise or a dream that they can become financially prosperous by applying tricknology that you want to call game theory. You want to dress it up. Oh no, this is game theory. This is so advanced. Game theory. I told y'all, Maddie appeared to me to be Richard's protege in his own way. In his own way. For sure. He learned closely, paid attention. He gets a lot of shit for it. Certain things I don't understand 90% of what that guy does. I'm watching the methodology. Many people here don't care. They don't care about method. They don't care about strategy that was applied. They don't care about operations. They don't care about what makes these people tick. Because what we're doing is betting on each other's emotions. Because these markets are run by emotion. At least from a retail perspective, it's all emotional. The people on the top of the real movers and shakers who run things, right? They wouldn't be in that position if they were so erratic, emotional, flip-flopping, right? Quick to just go wherever the wind blows. No. But instead of adopting certain ideology principles and developing good habits on what successful people do and what has caused people to become successful in crypto without hurting a soul, you want to believe in the gimmicks, in the tricks, in the nonsense that certain people talk about, display, and present on the internet, damn near telling you and showing you who they are, but it doesn't matter to you because you're betting on their ego and their narcissism with the hopes of maybe you could get paid off of their personality and whimsical flaws. And I'm a man who has real, real obligations, taking care of human beings, and I'm supposed to just on the side gamble and ingest, accept, process, incorporate someone else's foolish mania, gimmicks. And it's one thing if you're accepting gimmicks, it's how you utilize it. Because if you're utilizing it to dump your coins and say la vie, you should have did your own research. You want to just utilize these tricks, dump your coins and say, not financial advice. You want to utilize these tricks, dump your coins and throw your hands up and say, hey, no one forced you to do anything. Those are the type of games I don't need to be a part of or talk about as a grown person, as an adult. Because what you put out there in the world is what you will receive. It doesn't, you won't know when it comes, how it comes, in what form, shape, or manifestation it's gonna come back. Understand laws of reciprocity. But people talk about, oh no, this guy talks good stuff. Sure. In concept on black and white, it sounds good. Giving tree. Sounds good. Sounds good. But how is it being applied? That's the difference. The words don't matter if the actions don't match. And then you have people who closely listen. This is why I've always said, even when you're creating content on the internet, you don't know who's listening to you. You don't know who's paying attention. Because they're gonna take some people you don't know. One person out of 8 billion people on this planet could take everything you say literally and duplicate everything you're talking about word for word. And people disrespect that level of power. People disrespect that level of power. They don't even care because it's all about power. It's all about control. It's all about appearing that they have information that the masses want and need and make them feel like they are lacking useful information that they could basically utilize to improve the quality of their life, applying all types of skill sets that produce selling, charming, convincing, persuading, influencing, all these things to a desired goal. If it's not positive, what does that tell you? If the desired results are not what you want, and if other people consistently just keep getting wrecked after wrecked after wrecked, and then you seeing people coming out and they're showing you seeds of truth, just throwing it out there, boom, 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 boom. That's for a reason. That wasn't me, in a sense, telling anybody to do whatever. That's not coming from me. I don't even think he's even heard a singer. He got a following much larger than me, Jim Rat. And so does Maddie. Doesn't matter. That's not the point. I don't do this for fame and popularity. I do this because it's simply the right thing to do. I don't look for adoration. Never have. You follow me for years, you understand why I do what I do. In a sense, where I just stick to a certain code that works for me naturally. And it's liberating because I'm not trying to really end up selling myself for a piece of change. Because I believe in the value of what I offer. And that's the difference. And I don't think about just being cheap. I don't think about being greedy. I don't think about being selfish. It takes work to improve yourself. It just simply takes work. I don't do this for the gram or the internet. I do this for the people who look up to me, just like I looked up to them when I was small and I was dependent on them and I was defenseless. But this is not the perspective that is widely shared and encouraged in a place where it's all about person versus person, where it's all about you trying to round trip, you trying to exit liquidity, you trying to make money and dump on everybody else by all means effort necessary. You don't find certain aspects of a higher type of understanding and living here if you're not careful. It has to come from the person. You have to choose how you want to live and basically apply yourself, where you don't have to have negative, bad karma chasing you. Your reputation is trash, right? You have targets on your back from places and from individuals you don't even know, where you have to be in hiding. You don't have to live that way, because what you talk about, you live and you exemplify in harmony, not disharmony, creating disunity, creating imbalance. It's all about the balance, y'all. It's all about understanding and growth and transcending and elevating, not playing around with mundane, just nonsense that doesn't even really matter in the grand scheme of things. Some people could say, like I could say, like, wow, I just create content like it's nobody's business. I'm quite obsessed with this, right? No, it's a different mission. It's how a person looks at it. I'm obsessed with trying to help myself help others. That's what I'm obsessed with. That's why my perspective is just slightly different. Not here to bring misinformation and support contradiction and hypocrisy. I don't care on any level. I don't care what I'm involved with. The minute I see something that presents disconnection, I leave it alone, because I'm not here to try to re-traumatize and allow people to continuously get hurt from my efforts and my work. Then that means I'm the biggest question mark. I'm living as a question mark. I'm living as a Riddler. I'm living as somebody who's just not on the level, seriously. And that's not what I do. And it takes work. It takes work. People, things are not as easy as they make it seem. In crypto, impossible things can appear to be possible. But what happens here, people forget about what the hard work it takes for you to really succeed in life. And crypto is just like this landscape where people make jokes out of serious situations. People make memes out of every harsh reality in life. That's what you find here. They laugh at your hardship. They laugh at your trials and tribulation. Over here, it's twisted. It's backwards. This is why you have to be careful. This is why you find some of these people, they can't take it. They have to leave the thing alone because their mental health is being affected by it. They got to walk away from crypto. People have taken their own lives behind this whole thing, man. Rumors occurred just this month that 2 people in the community took their lives behind PulseChain. So rumor, but it's a nasty rumor. Can't verify, don't trust verify, but it's nasty work. It's nasty because people can't deal with stress the same. They just can't. I understand being patient, but not everyone has the same threshold of patience. Everyone can't deal with stress the same, period. And when you're dealing with this bear market dragged out 3 years, hoping for 10,000, you never saw the 10,000. What do you think that's going to yield? Depression, misery, and everything else you could think of behind it. And people really taking their own lives in their own hands. Like that's just nasty, man. So no, wake up, folks. Wake up and understand everything. You know, you want to make something done too, you literally have to do it. I'll take that from him. And when I was clowning him and mocking him this whole time, you want to see something done, you do it. Literally, like, is that. If you want to see something done, you want to get to a space that's better for you, you do. Don't wait on him. Don't wait on nobody. Don't wait. Just handle your business accordingly. That I agree with for sure. And I could be fair. even though he's gonna continue to receive nothing but harsh criticism as far as me until we see something different and something improved, well improved, and there's some real evolution with dude and how he operates. It's just gonna be consistent harsh criticism until the people can feel a better difference than what's taking place here. I'll catch you on the next one, man. Drunk on crypto, y'all. Drunk on crypto.